I think we can. It's 4:01 now. तो और already 95 people हो गए. People will
Yeah.
join. आप शुरू कर सकते हो. और
नमस्कार, मैं SR दड़वी फाउंडेशन का संस्थापक ट्रस्टी रामचंद्र दड़वी आप सभी टीचर्स का स्वागत करता हूं। आज हम सभी शिक्षक इस वेबिनार में शामिल हो रहे हैं, जो बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण विषय पे ये वेबिनार रखा है, वह है मानसिक स्वास्थ्य। कोविड-19 में जैसे हमारे भारत में मार्च में प्रवेश किया, उसी दिन से हमारी जीवन शैली बदल चुकी है। हर एक के काम में, हर एक के जीवन में काफी सारा कोविड-19 की वजह से बदलाव आया हुआ है। खासकर टीचर्स को ओवरनाइट जब डिजिटलाइजेशन करना पड़ा, ज़्यादातर रूरल एरियाज के जो टीचर्स हैं उनको ये प्रॉब्लम बहुत फेस करनी पड़ी कि ऑनलाइन कैसे पढ़ाया जाए। और उसके वजह टीचर ने मैंने डिस्कस किया तो पता चला कि काफी सारा स्ट्रेस और एंजाइटी है। इसलिए SR दड़वी फाउंडेशन के संस्थापक के रूप में हमने शिक्षकों के लिए इस वेबिनार का आयोजन किया। We requested Pinky Roy ma'am to conduct this webinar and I am thanks कि उन्होंने हमारे रिक्वेस्ट पर ये वेबिनार करने के लिए रेडी हो गए। SR दड़वी फाउंडेशन की स्थापना शिक्षक कल्याण के लिए की गई है। मेरी पत्नी पिछले 15 साल से स्कूल टीचर रही है, क्लास टीचर रही है, तो मैंने शिक्षकों का जीवन बड़ी करीबी से देखा है और मेरा दृढ़ विश्वास है कि शिक्षण सबसे महान प्रोफेशन है और एक शिक्षक सभी से अधिक सम्मान के पात्र हैं। SR दड़वी फाउंडेशन का एम सभी शिक्षकों को एक डिजिटल मंच प्रदान करने का रहा है, जहां पर इस डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म पे सारे टीचर्स एक दूसरे को कनेक्टेड रह सकते हैं। वर्ल्ड वाइड, इंडिया, महाराष्ट्र, सारे टीचर्स जो भी है, और एक दूसरों के विचारों का आदान प्रदान इस डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म के द्वारा किया जा सकता है। मैं सभी टीचरों को रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि टीचर टॉक ऐप का नाम है टीचर टॉक, वो डाउनलोड करें और मैं रजनीश कौर मैडम को रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि पिंकी रॉय मैडम का इंट्रोडक्शन देके ये प्रोग्राम हम आगे शुरू करें। धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू दलवी साहब, आपका बहुत बहुत आभार। नमस्कार दोस्तों, मैं राजनीश कौर आप ही की तरह एक शिक्षक हूँ और जैसे साहब ने बताया कि कोविड के दौर में एजुकेशन सिस्टम जब ऑनलाइन और ब्लेंडेड हो गया है, हम सब शिक्षकों पे एक मानसिक दबाव बढ़ा है। इस मानसिक दबाव को हम कैसे मैनेज करें, पिंकी बर्मन साहब मैम जो हैं वो हमारे साथ ये चर्चा करेंगी। पर इस सेमिनार के दौरान मैं सबसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी कि आप अपने आप को म्यूट रखें और जो भी सवाल मन में आए वो उनको नोट करें और सेमिनार के अंत पे जब क्वेश्चन एंड आंसर सेशन होगा, आप इस सवाल को एक्सप्रेस करें और पिंकी मैम जो हैं वो उनको सॉल्व करने की कोशिश करेंगी। अब पिंकी मैम के बारे कुछ जाना जाए। पिंकी मैम एक इस क्षेत्र की एक बहुत ही उम्दा और बेहतर प्रोफेशनल रह चुकी है, जिन्हें 20 साल से ज़्यादा का अनुभव है। ये HR लाइन में चेंज एजेंट की तरह बहुत ही फोकस तरीके से बहुत सारे क्षेत्रों में काम कर चुकी हैं, जैसे टैलेंट एक्विजिशन, रिटेंशन, डेवलपमेंट, साइकोमेट्रिक असेसमेंट, एम्प्लॉय काउंसलिंग एंड कॉम्पिटेंसी मैपिंग द्वारा। इन्होंने अपनी पढ़ाई कैलकाटा यूनिवर्सिटी से मास्टर्स इन अप्लाइड साइकोलॉजी में की है और टाटा इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ सोशल साइंसेस में इन्होंने पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट डिप्लोमा इन पर्सनल मैनेजमेंट भी लिया है। इन्होंने बहुत सारी सर्टिफिकेशंस भी ली हैं, जिन्होंने आपका ISPAT जो है इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ पर्सनालिटी एंड एबिलिटी टेस्टिंग में 16 PF का जो पर्सनालिटी है उनकी टेस्टिंग की सर्टिफिकेशन इनके पास है, और ESAP की सर्टिफिकेशन भी इनके पास है। और शिक्षकों के क्षेत्र में इन्होंने बहुत ही उम्दा काम किया है। ये APJ स्कूल नेरुल CBSE की स्कूल काउंसलर रह चुकी है। पोद्दार इंटरनेशनल स्कूल नेरुल ICSE की काउंसलर हैं। और ये हेल्पलाइन, स्कूल हेल्पलाइन जो आपके थाने म्यूनिसिपल कॉरपोरेशन के द्वारा स्कूल बच्चों के लिए की जाती है, ये उसकी प्रिंसिपल कंसल्टेंट है। इसके अलावा इनके पास साइकोमेट्रिक असेसमेंट की बहुत सारा एक्सपीरियंस है, जिसमें इन्होंने बहुत सारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में काम किया है, जैसे ट्रांसनेव शिप मैनेजमेंट है जो सिंगापुर की कंपनी है, माइनेक्स इंडिया है, साइकोमेट्रिक असेसमेंट फॉर कैम्बल शिपिंग की है इन्होंने JMDI एकेडमी देहरादून के लिए काम किया है, और वसान नॉलेज हब में भी काम किया है। अब मैं आमंत्रित करूंगी पिंकी बर्मन रॉय मैम को, ताकि वो हमारा सेमिनार शुरू करें। आइए मैम।
Thank you so much, Rajneesh ma'am, for such a lovely introduction and a warm welcome. I would like to thank each and every participant who has taken out so much time on a Saturday afternoon to come and attend this webinar. I will try to make it, as interesting and jitna sara matlab story based information mein share kar sakti hu, I will try it from my end. And so let's start the seminar. So, yes. The topic for today is impact of COVID on teaching and how to overcome the anxiety and the stress which has resulted due to COVID.
So I'll share the screen, ma'am.
Yes, you can share.
Okay. Can everybody see the screen?
Yeah. Am I audible to everybody?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Thank you so much. So before I start with anything, I would like to share a few stories. So as you have all experienced as teachers, the day the COVID situation happened and overnight, all the institutions got shut down. We just got an intimation from the school that, from tomorrow onwards, classes will be online. So I remember one teacher, a very, very senior teacher, a mathematics teacher who has been teaching for more than 30 years, very reputed in her line. And आप जानते हो maths teachers बहुत difficulty से मिलते हैं. So she came and told us that, I would like to resign. I don't want to continue. So we were very surprised. What happened? Such an experienced teacher, and of course, as an institution, I'm not taking any names. As an institution, we don't want to lose her out, because she was the teacher for 10th and 12th standard, the primary sections, the important sections. So while we tried to kind of convince her what is the reason, she could not come up with any, substantial reasons. And she said that, मैं घर से पढ़ा नहीं सकती, that to mathematics. I'm always in the class. I'm interacting with students. I can see the faces of the students. किसको समझा, किसको नहीं समझा. मैं कंप्यूटर के थ्रू मैथ्स नहीं पढ़ा. We tried to convince her, and we pushed her so that 3 months she pushed, and 3 months जो भी board appearing बच्चे थे उनका उन्होंने help किया, classes किए. But after third month she was very adamant and she said, I just cannot continue, and I resigned. We lost a very good maths teacher. This is one case. Second, I would say, I met another teacher who was a PT teacher. He came up and said that मैं PT कैसे online कर सकता हूँ. It is not possible, because it is strength, it is agility. Children come on the field, वो खेलते हैं, वो खुश होते हैं, फिर वो class में जाते हैं. ये possible नहीं है. This was second. Third, another interesting story I'll share with you. There was a very senior teacher who said that all these years he has been teaching in an institution, and it is a very system based. आप लोग जो भी स्कूल में पढ़ाते हो 10th में, 12th में या फिर कॉलेजेस में, आपने देखा कोई भी इंस्टीट्यूशन में पढ़ाने के टाइम पे, सॉरी,
बट तभी वो मिनिस्टर नहीं दिखाया है जब जो हमने पहले
पिंकी मैम, सॉरी, यू कैन कंटिन्यू. पिंकी मैम, आई थिंक किसी का माइक शायद चालू रह गया होगा. आप कंटिन्यू कर सकती हो.
Pinky ma'am, please unmute yourself.
Yes, sorry. Yeah, can you hear me now? Am
Yes,
I
yes.
audible?
Yes,
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 yes.
So I was talking about this teacher who was a very senior teacher. For many years he was in an institution teaching. And जैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि कोई भी इंस्टीट्यूशन में जब हम पढ़ाते हैं बहुत सालों तक एक सिस्टम रहता है, एग्जामिनेशन पैटर्न है, कोर्स शेड्यूलिंग रहता है. So he was very tired of all this system and he was deciding, this is pre-COVID I'm saying, he was deciding that he will quit and he will join a coaching institute because he thought, the life is much better there. You will have lesser students, you are not bound by the board rules, and you have a lot of freedom to teach. So this teacher is a passionate teacher जो दिल से पढ़ाते हैं. So इसके बीच में COVID हो गया and he had already put down his papers, so he lost his job. Because अगर आप समझ सकते हो, कोविड के दौरान सारे कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स भी बंद हो गए. सो ये तीनों केसेस जो मैंने बताए, जो तीनों टीचर्स के लाइफ में जो भी चेंजेस हुए, ये तो मैंने जस्ट टिप ऑफ द आइसबर्ग बताया. ऐसे बहुत सारे टीचर्स के लाइफ में बहुत सारे चेंजेस आ गए हैं, क्योंकि हम एज टीचर्स ट्रेडिशनल लर्निंग खुद किए हैं और वही हमने कैरी फॉरवर्ड भी किया है. सो ये ट्रेडिशनल लर्निंग में क्या होता है, बच्चा स्कूल में जाते हैं, टीचर स्कूल में जाते हैं, एक फेस टू फेस इंटरेक्शन है, क्लासरूम बेस्ड है, एक फिक्स्ड सिलेबस है, एक फिक्स सिलेबस के बाद एक एग्जामिनेशन पैटर्न है. जैसे ही ये रूल टूट गया हमारा, वी ऑल बिकेम वेरी वेरी कंफ्यूज्ड, वी डिडंट नो व्हाट टू डू. एंड एज अ रिजल्ट थोड़े दिन में ये भी डायरेक्शन आ गया है कि you have to conduct that same class, same learning, same examination through online. So this became a very big challenge for, I would say, almost all the teachers. I would not find even one teacher who would not have got impacted. So what was the solution? Solution we will come later. Little bit let me explain. So we didn't even understand what this e-learning is all about. We were told कि कल से आप login कर जाओ, क्लासेस स्टार्ट कर दो एंड बच्चे जूम में आ जाएंगे. एक तो जूम था नहीं हमारे पास वो टाइम पे, सो फटाफट जूम डाउनलोड किया. द मोमेंट वी डाउनलोडेड जूम और गूगल, immediately one instruction came that Zoom is not safe. So now we were all running after how to make Zoom safe. So in this confusion, classes were going on. Children were attending, not attending. There was a lot of confusion in the classes also. आप क्लास कंडक्ट करते करते कोई और एक बच्चा आ जाएगा किसी और क्लास से. All confusion was happening in the first couple of months. The classes just went haywire. This entire situation created a havoc in the life of the teachers. We did not even understand what this e-learning is about. So I will first explain what this e-learning is, and then I will go to the aspect of the impact. कैसे हम लोगों के ऊपर क्या क्या impact हो. So ये e-learning is just not a learning which is through computers. E-learning has various meanings. It is the same learning which is getting replicated. आप जैसे स्कूल में पढ़ाते हो, यहाँ पे भी पढ़ाते ही हो. Only thing the difference is you don't have a fixed space for an institution. Your institution is the virtual space. अगर आप वर्चुअल स्पेस में पढ़ाते हो जिसका कोई एग्जिस्टेंस नहीं है, फिजिकल एग्जिस्टेंस नहीं है, तो उस वर्चुअल एनवायरनमेंट में पढ़ाने के लिए आपके पास बहुत सारा टूल्स होना चाहिए. सो वो सारे टूल्स हमें मालूम भी नहीं है क्या है. सेकेंड पॉइंट ऑन ई लर्निंग, आई वुड लाइक टू से इट्स अ ब्लेंडेड लर्निंग. मतलब हमको क्या लगा कि फेस टू फेस नहीं है, आई कैंट रीड द फेस ऑफ द चाइल्ड लाइक हाउ द मैथ्स टीचर टोल्ड मी. आई कैन नॉट सी, उसको कुछ समझा नहीं समझा, आई कैन नॉट सी द फेस. ऑनलाइन लर्निंग इज अ ब्लेंडेड लर्निंग वेयर इट विल गेट द ट्रेडिशनल वैल्यूज जो हम पहले सिस्टम बेस्ड लर्निंग थे, और जो मॉडर्न लर्निंग है जहाँ पे हम एक वर्चुअल वर्ल्ड में बच्चों को पढ़ाते हैं. बट येस, it is completely technology driven. So if I correctly put it across your table, that online learning is nothing but a replica of your institution to a virtual space. आपका जो स्कूल है, कॉलेज है, उसको आपके वर्चुअल वर्ल्ड ने रेप्लिकेट कर दिया. इस वर्चुअल वर्ल्ड में पढ़ाने के लिए आपको बहुत सारे टूल्स एंड गैजेट्स की जरूरत है, जिसका सबसे बड़ा प्राइमरी इंपॉर्टेंट इज योर फोन, योर लैपटॉप, एंड ऑफ कोर्स कैन नॉट फॉरगेट द इंटरनेट. ये सारा चीज हमको पहले जरूरत भी नहीं था, इनफैक्ट इंटरनेट तो था भी नहीं फॉर क्वाइट सम टाइम. It is a very new development, and then the smartphone is also a very new development, then iPads, then tabs, and then laptops. Half of the teachers who are out of this, town, who are probably teaching in a traditional mode, will not have access to a proper internet speed to conduct a Zoom session. So ये सारे दिक्कतें आना चालू हो गया. We did not know what to do. Institutions did come up, they came up to help us out, and what they did, they started giving us training that you conduct the Zoom sessions like this. ऐसे करो वैसे करो, ये आप उसमें settings में change करो. But somewhere down the line, also me being a teacher, I understood that everybody is telling us क्या करना चाहिए, session को कैसे learn करना चाहिए, कैसे conduct करना चाहिए. But nobody is telling me how to plan for my lesson. वो तो मैं क्लास में पढ़ाती थी. I used to go and give a lecture on leadership, और कोई भी OT टॉपिक पे मैं लेक्चर दे के आ जाऊँ. लेकिन उस लेसन को मैं कैसे प्लान करूं, उसको कैसे मैं 40 मिनट्स में बच्चों को 30 चिल्ड्रन या 40 चिल्ड्रन में कैसे उसको असेस कैसे करूं. So all these things were never a part of the training. The training was completely focused on system based. आप कैसे Zoom ऑपरेट करोगे, आप अपना इंटरनेट कैसे रखोगे, ये सेकेंड चैलेंज आ गया फॉर टीचर्स. And what happened as a result is there was lot of stress and anxiety building. Now, how do we know that there were a lot of stress getting built up in the lives of the teachers? मैं कुछ सिम्टम्स आपको बताती हूँ. आप देखो किसी के लाइफ में ये सारे आपको फेस आपने किया है कि नहीं किया है. एंगर, अनरीजनेबल एंगर, मतलब छोटी छोटी चीज में थोड़ा सा किसी ने गैस खुला छोड़ दिया, बिकॉज अभी तो घर ही मेरा वर्क स्टेशन हो गया है, गैस खुला छोड़ दिया, आपने बहुत जोर से चिल्ला दिया, अदरवाइज नॉर्मली यू वुड नॉट हैव रिएक्ट. देन डिस्टर्ब स्लीप पैटर्न्स, रात को आप सोते हो लेकिन आपका sleep is not complete. Next day you get up, you're tired, you're having headache, you're having neck ache, body ache, and you are just disoriented. Feeling of helplessness, हमेशा लगता है कि अरे ये पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है. What am I doing? What am I doing is the first question. Morning you get up, you do your work, and because if you remember the earlier days, now so we are in the second year of COVID. First year of COVID, it was havoc. There was complete lockdown. We could not meet friends. Even in many societies, maids were not, house helps were not allowed. So the entire workload was also on you. So a complete feeling of helplessness. Who am I? What am I doing? What am I supposed to do by the end of the day? So ये सारा questions kept on coming to the mind. Fourth very important thing, crying. You will go inside the washroom and cry. ऐसे ही आप रो दोगे, कोई वजह नहीं है फिर भी. Loss of weight. If you have experienced loss of weight, you are eating, you are at home, you are not traveling, yet you are experiencing loss of weight. Inability to deal with children behavior at home. So many times people who have small children, for small things, probably they because they, for if you, in the whole discussion you also have to remember that this whole e-learning, how new it is to you, it is same new to the child also. They were also not experienced in this kind of a virtual world learning. So children will come and irritate, they will ask for things, and then you are reacting, probably you're thrashing them, or probably you're giving bad words, or unnecessary, you are reacting to the kids. Then something like a disorientation of time. You really don't know. अच्छा डिनर का टाइम हुआ, आप जाके डिनर खा लिया, लंच का टाइम हुआ, आपने लंच खा लिया, कितना बजा कोई टाइम का कुछ कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है. रात के 1 बजे 2 बजे तक यू आर वाचिंग TV, or probably not getting the sleep. So this entire pattern from morning till night is completely disturbed. Then always having a feeling of lack of time. I'm sitting for a lecture to do an online session, but God knows whether I'll be able to finish. अच्छा, I'm rushing. मुझे थोड़ा खाना भी बनाना है, मुझे 2-4 calls भी करने हैं. So you are always kind of having lack of time, not being able to focus on one particular activity. No time to unwind. Generally, when we were working in schools, or you are teaching in a regular job, you're going to an institution, weekends are always a holiday, Saturday and Sunday, or for some it is only Sunday. So you will plan it out. Tomorrow I'll go out with my family, I'll watch a movie, or probably I'll just sleep, I'll not do any work. All these planning is to happen in all our minds. But now every day is a Sunday. So, or every day is a Monday. There is no differentiation. So you really don't have any time to unwind. You don't sit across the balcony and have a cup of tea, or you don't, sit on your bed and read a book, because that interest is completely gone. You're rushing all the time. Feeling of inefficiency, no matter what you're doing, how many lectures you're conducting, still you feel, I've not done a good job. So somewhere my efficiency has gone down. Feeling of inadequacy. No matter what, you are at home, you're giving time to your child, time to your family. You feel, I am not complete. Somewhere something is lacking. Anybody has experienced any of these symptoms, do let me know at the end of the session. Bodily symptoms like pain and digestion issues. All the time the body ache is there. This is paining, that is paining, leg is paining, head is paining. So I'm sure in the last 1.5 years, some of these symptoms have been experienced by each of you. And then constant fights. So you also have to understand that if you are picking up fights unnecessarily, maybe you're teaching in a class and you pick up a fight with a child. I mean, unnecessarily you get into an argument, or you get into an argument with your colleague on the phone, or you get into an argument with your house help. So all these arguments, which otherwise would not have happened, are all result of the stress which is being built up of this new environment called e-learning due to COVID. So how do we come out of this situation? Is the next question. So it's very simple. Let us do a small SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is a strength. If you see the slide on the screen, you will see there are 4 quadrants. 4 divisions hai is table ke. So it is a strength, weakness, opportunity, threat analysis. तो हमारा जो प्रॉब्लम है लाइफ में, कभी भी कोई भी प्रॉब्लम आता है, अभी तो कोविड है, कोविड के पहले कुछ और होगा, and it can be anything. If we analyze our problems on a SWOT table, 80% of our problems are resolved. हमें आधा टाइम तो पता ही नहीं चलता हमारा दुश्मन कौन है. So we are fighting here, there, everywhere. So to be on a very focused platform, first we need to identify, is the school my enemy? E-learning is my problem? COVID is my problem? We really don't know. We are fighting all the wars simultaneously. So this SWOT analysis is a very, very effective tool which we use in decision making. ये आर्मी में भी बहुत यूज होता है, और आर्म्ड फोर्सेस में बहुत यूज होता है, जहाँ पे डिसीजन मेकिंग बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट क्राइटेरिया है. तो इसको हम यूज करेंगे टू आइडेंटिफाई आवर मेन प्रॉब्लम एंड रिजॉल्व. So if you see the first quadrant, which is strength. Strength means the strength of all this e-learning thing we are calculating. So if you see this blended learning or M learning is mobile learning or computer-based learning, whatever. Any learning which is in a virtual space, the biggest strength is wide accessibility. Today, somebody sitting in US or UK can attend a lecture of physics from India. And the biggest advantage of this, coaching institutes have started lecturing for physics lectures, maths lectures abroad. Because I see the Zoom invites, I see it is accessible for all. That is the biggest advantage. Number is not important. It can be any number, anywhere. Lectures can be recorded. Now, this was never there. We used to go to college or school or institution, we used to give a lecture, and we don't even, half the time, we don't even remember what we have taught. Many times we are, too much into the topic, and then later on we can't recollect. So the biggest advantage of virtual learning is you can record the lecture, and you can use the same lecture on the same topic as many times as you want. So the teacher as well as the child both gets benefited. Your workload is reduced. The child also has a ready reckoner that, okay, I missed this lecture. Maybe this is on time and motion. Let me just go and, check the lecture again. See how the numericals have been solved. Any place, any time. It is not time bound. You can even take a lecture at 11 o'clock in the night. Would you have done this pre-COVID? Not possible. So you can finish up your work. You can attend to your household duties. And then at the comfort of your time, flexibility, when you're done with all your important things, you sit down for your lecture. So anytime, any place, this is the biggest flexibility of virtual world. Minimize physical distraction. When we are in the school, we are bothered about so many things. Children are bothered about fan is not working, light is. I mean, even when I've been going for class observations, half of my complaints is fan is not working, AC is not working, light is I can't see. Why is the curtain flying like this? So many things. There are so many reasons. Somebody has just walked out of the class, so somebody is giggling. So, though these are major distractions, that part can be completely minimized in virtual learning. So it is not that bad also if you see. And the last and the most important thing of strength of this e-learning process is it is the future learning. Post COVID, I don't know whether you're realizing the fact or not. Uh, Nobody can predict when this pandemic will go, when we will be all free to move out in our own spaces. We'll be able to go to school. Even if we go to school, e-learning is the thing and it is going to be the future of learning. There is no way out. So this pandemic has actually broken all traditional systems. It has changed our mindset. It has changed our livelihood. It has broken the traditional system of education. Now, this is all the good things that we spoke of. Let us see what are the vices or what are the not so good things about e-learning. Biggest issue is the internet. We don't have access. Everybody does not have to have access to high-speed internet. So high-speed internet is required for whatever virtual learning you're doing. Smartphone device, of course, there is a cost. So it is costly initially, yes, because that minimum device is required. But I feel that we have a lot of philanthropists in the country. Many NGOs I have come to know, they have got in touch with me. They have kind of collected a lot of money and they are distributing free tabs to the rural areas. So at least 3 NGOs I know is doing this activity. There is one NGO who is working out of Hyderabad. They are into skill development. They are training teachers to use these tabs to teach children. So, when there is a problem, there is a solution as well. So there's a lot of large organizations uh, who are into philanthropy, who have taken this up e-learning platform, and they are trying to guide the students as well as the teachers. Social isolation. Now, because all of us are at home, we are completely socially alienated. Now, we used to go to school and chit chat with our colleagues. आज ये हुआ, कल वो है, गणपति आ रहा है, क्या करना है, क्या celebration. That entire contact is gone. So we are very unhappy. We sit in the morning, have our breakfast, start our lectures. We end the lectures and finish off our household work. Evening, again go back to tea. So this routine of sitting at home within the four boundaries has actually cut off us from all our social contacts, which is a very big weakness. Difficult to focus. When you're on the screen, you will see it is very easy to read a book. You can read a book for hours. You will not feel any pressure. But if you are on the device, you're on the laptop or you're on the tab, there are certain lights which are emitted from these devices. That kind of makes you tired. It kind of stresses out your eyes. It stresses out your nerves. And you feel tired after 2 hours or 3 hours and you feel drained. Your energy is completely gone because you're doing and you're not used to it. So when this is a whole new concept and we are teaching through these devices, this physical impact is happening. Feedback is difficult. You will never come to know which child is doing what, how much of the lecture they have understood or they have not understood. That feedback just does not happen. Second, a robust policy for e-learning is not there. We really don't know. I don't know how many of the institutions have drafted a e-learning process that you have to log into this app. This is how you're going to conduct the lectures. This many minutes you're going to log in. This kind of guidelines are lacking till today. And the biggest criteria is many schools like Podar has an inclusive system where we have differently abled children also sitting with the normal, the entire class. So virtual learning is definitely very difficult for differently able. We have autism, we have, some amount of mental retardation. hearing impairment, visual impairment, it is very difficult for such children to do an online course. So they are also not getting benefited. They are completely, out of this learning system. So we have done the strengths and we have understood the weaknesses. Now see what we do to improve the weakness into an opportunity. So an opportunity means you will see the quadrants, the first quadrant, second quadrant, all the quadrants which are in the third, all the points which are in the third quadrant is actually a replica of the weakness. So the idea of a SWOT analysis is आप कैसे आपके weaknesses को आपके strength में या आपके trainable areas में change कर सकते हैं. So the first thing is training. Training in the sense you have to first get yourself trained. We don't know many things. Though I am also conducting lectures, I am also teaching, I'm doing online counseling because I cannot meet my, patients face to face. So still, sometimes, I also fall short. I don't know which app to use, what to do, how to secure the meeting room. So first is the technical know-how, the first criteria. Planning. If you're sitting for your lecture, take a good 15 to 20 minutes out and plan for your lecture. So if you're probably teaching a small portion, say trigonometry, one chapter you're doing in mathematics, you have to plan it out. Okay, 10 sums, 3 sums I'm going to make them do. This is the time limit I'm going to do. And it has to be interactive. So how can you make a mathematics lecture interactive? We'll go to the next point and check that. Interactive assignments. So when I say interactive assignments, this e-learning has a lot of scope. Once you plan your lectures, you can assign that, okay, my introduction to the trigonometry will be covered by ABC students. These 3 sums will be solved by these 4 students. And finally, the summary will be given by me. So if you look at this perspective at the session, then the whole session becomes a little interesting and children have no option but to interact. If you ask them, because if they know from prior planning and intimation that this is what sir or madam is going to ask me, they will prepare and come. But if you are not interactive, they will use the same platform, the advantages, keep it on mute, video off, internet is slow, and they will never respond. So end of the day, though they are suffering, you are also suffering. Second is student-centric. The lectures have to be student-centric. In the earlier traditional system, we were very worried about, okay, we have to follow these rules. CBSE has given this, ICSE has given this. No, now it is completely student-centric. Whatever lecture you are delivering, student has to understand. If he or she is not understanding, that means somewhere our delivery is falling short. Break and pause between sessions. You can declare this beforehand that I will be only conducting session for 20 minutes, 5 minutes break, go for your loo break, water break, food break, come back, and then we start a discussion. Make it as interesting as possible. Sorry. Then the last and the final thing, the piecemeal approach to assessment. Now comes the assessment. Now you have taught for 3 months or 2 months. Now you want to assess. How would you plan the assessment? You will probably type a questionnaire on a Google sheet, upload, they will answer, they will give it back to you, and you will think they have cheated and copied, and so that marks does not hold any good. So how to overcome this problem? So the biggest thing is, like somebody just told me, I don't know whether it is true or not. Somebody said in an IIT, one of the IITs, what the professors did is they told the students that, this is what we have taught. Now you make your own questions and you answer it. So if you look from a different perspective to this, if you ask the student to make their own questions, they have to go through the chapter. It's just an example. I'm not saying that you need to do it, but just a story that I shared, which a friend of mine shared, that an institute like an IIT, which is the most prestigious engineering institutes of our country, has also changed their thought process of assessment. So here in the assessment, if we break it up and make the whole chapter into 3 or 4 assessments, one will be an MCQ, one will be a short question, third will be a long question, fourth will be a debate and discussion. There is no way the student will not be able to understand the chapter. So this is as far as the opportunities are concerned, where you can actually deal with this problem. The load on the teacher also reduces because the session is interesting. You enjoy, students also enjoy, and the learning experience becomes a happy experience. And finally, if you see the last quadrant, that is the threats. Threats are there, of course. There is loss of job because this e-learning, this virtual learning has opened the whole world as an institution. So if I want to hire a teacher, say I'm paying right now 20,000 to somebody. I'm getting somebody at 10,000 who is sitting at a very rural area and has got a good internet. I will hire, I will save as an institute. I will save on my money. So the options of the job has really opened because there is virtual learning. Anybody who has technology, who understands the internet, who has a smart device, stands a very good chance to get hired. Previously, we had so many things, NET, SLET qualified for college, then you have to have this training, that training. Now, no training is required. These three things are criteria: good internet, good device, and a good training to conduct e-learning. That is the biggest threat. Pay cuts must have happened. You must have experienced, institutes must have said that, there's no virtual, there's no live classes going on. We are all doing online classes. You are not coming. There's no physical travel. So we have a pay cut, no incentives, no increments. These are the real threats. And finally, that fear that this is actually going to happen has impacted in your health. And so health and mental well-being is the last quadrant, last point of the quadrant of threat. So if you correctly, if I correctly put my thoughts, which started as a pandemic, impacted the institution, the academics, have now spread its impact on the teaching fraternity. There is a complete paradigm shift from traditional learning to blended learning, and the teachers are getting impacted. So if I correctly summarize, the teachers are getting pressurized from all the angles. There is the fear of loss of job. There is the fear of conducting online lectures, being effective. There is the fear of making yourself, as a good teacher, standing a good chance. And then the biggest thing is your mental health and the stress. So let us see how we deal with this. The first and the most important thing, embrace the change. The first example that I spoke about, the teacher who wanted to resign, the first instance, the first reaction is all our reaction. We don't like change. वही तो अच्छा था ना, स्कूल में जाते थे, ब्लैक बोर्ड पे लिखते थे, पढ़ाते थे बच्चों को, बदमाशी किया तो चौक फेंक के मारा. We are stuck in the format, but the world has moved. So we also need to move. And if we don't move, we don't embrace the change, we lose out. So I leave that option to you, whether you want to change or not change. It is something like, that these days I see a lot of serials because I also have a lot of time at home. So that Saas Bahu serials happen on the TV, which all these years I never got an opportunity. And I see typically all mother-in-laws got tortured and they want to torture their in-laws. So, that resistance, that why I can't accept my new member in the family, is the same resistance that we show to the children, to the education, or anything new that comes up. We are all resistant to change. It is not you, it is not he, it is not she. Even if you ask me, I will also be uncomfortable. But that is the first thing. You have to embrace the change. Yes, COVID. So what? So many people have died, but so many people are living also. So we are alive. We are still thriving. We are still conducting our lectures. We are still building a learning nation. Our children will go from our classes, qualify exams like UPSC, qualify NEET, qualify JEE. So I am doing a very good job. So I have to change. I have to be the best. If this spirit is what you can inculcate, then half your battle is won. Second most important thing that you can do is harness the technology. Technology is the key thing now. When we studied, there was no technology. Life was so simple. We used to go, ek chota sa dabba bandh ke, we used to go to school, eat our lunch, be happy, play with our friends, come back. But life is very complicated. Now we have PUBG, We have Call of Duty that children are involved. We have networking sites where our children are involved in. So the whole challenge has changed. So if you don't learn technology, then it is not only as a teacher, but as a human being also you are falling short of. Know yourself. What are your uh, strengths and weaknesses? Do a SWOT analysis for yourself and set progressive goals. I know it is very boring to conduct these lectures and then, to be relaxed and not to have anxiety. Not possible. But, if you set progressive goals, maybe a goal for a day or goal for half a day, that kind of sorts out many of your problems. Now, the most important thing that I would like to share is because of the stress, the symptoms that I discussed, there is a lot of anxiety which is coming on all of us. And this anxiety is being built on every day. Last 1 year we are facing, and now we don't know how much more time. So, from the men,
Pinky ma'am, please
Okay,
unmute
Pinky.
yourself.
yes. From the mental health perspective, the biggest impact that is happening to us is the stress. Now, how I will explain this concept of stress to you is I'll give an example. So, if you keep a rubber band, we have all used rubber bands, right? You keep a rubber band stretched, tied to two poles for 5 years. What will happen to the rubber band? It will break from between, it will snap. That is exactly what is happening to our mind and body. We are so stressed every day of doing this, of doing that, and the new challenges, whether I'll have a job, whether my pay will get cut, or I have to do this. All these things which are working on your mental health, on your stress or your anxiety over a prolonged period of time is going to snap your body and mind. And that is when mental illnesses like depression, anxiety attacks, panic attacks, are going to set in. So I don't want to scare all of you, but yes, we are all anxious, we are all scared, stressed. But look at the SWOT analysis chart. It is like a reliever. We have to work our way out, and we have to embrace the change, and we have to deal with the symptoms which is impacting us. So I'll not, kind of lengthen my lecture because I think I'm going out of my time. I will not lengthen it anymore. But the only thing that I want to emphasize at the end of this session is that problems are there, but the solutions are also there. Do shift your focus from the problem to the solution part and take care of yourself. Thank you so much. Now, I would like to ask if there is any questions.
Thank you so much, Pinky ma'am, for such wonderful inputs. As teachers, we will surely, be very, very, really appreciate all these pointers that you have shown us on how to manage our stress and anxiety. I'm sure it will help all the teachers. And I would like to now ask Dr. Nayan to preside over the question and answer session. Anybody who has any questions or queries, could you please type in the chat box so we could address these questions. Dr. Nayan, over to you.
Yeah, thank you. I think let's wait for questions. Let people can unmute themselves and ask questions or type in the chat box.
There was a wonderful question here by Miss Suman Lata. She says, I don't want such lengthy summer vacations. Now we have to keep ourselves within 4 walls, so it depresses me. So Pinky ma'am, how do you manage such depression?
It is very simple. Start doing things which you all this while did not have time to do. Gardening, singing, dancing, whatever makes you happy. Take that half a day out and think that you're going for your job and do that. Wonderful. It can also be doing something for the society. Many times when we buy clothes, we make food for others. We are doing this every day. It doesn't give us happiness. But if we go cook and feed to hungry families, it will make us more happy. So the choice is yours. But you have so much of scope to do.
That's a wonderful suggestion, ma'am. Here we have Miss Nupur is asking how to balance with family and work.
Okay, now this is a double-sided sword. It is balance is, see, again, I would come to the same thing. You have to plan. First is you have to do the same SWOT, understand that what is your priority. If you have small children, of course, they are a priority, I understand. So set your priorities first, sit and spend a day with yourself and make your priority list very, very honestly. And then the planning will automatically, fall in its place.
I'm sure Nupur ma'am has understood what you had said, and it will really help me as well, because all of us, we have family and work together. Any other questions?
Yeah, so I have a question, and Pinky ji, the symptoms which there were 13 symptoms which you had listed down, and I could relate to a lot of symptoms myself. Okay, uh, time disorientation. Yes, I agree. During lockdown period, we are all at home, and earlier we had discipline in life. 1 बजे खाना खाना, शाम को इतने बजे चाय पीनी, इतने बजे घर पे रात को बेड पे जाना. All that has gone now. Okay, it's gone for toss. My life has become erratic. No timing, no discipline, and that disorientation of time is something which I can relate to, and quite a few other things also. So, and sleeping disorder, or not sleeping on time and getting sleeps at very late at evening. In fact, at times you sleep at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning. Okay, how do you? I mean, so, and of course, this all leads to anxiety and stress. What what do I, apart from what are few things that you suggested, can meditation help, or can how do I overcome uh, anxiety? I mean, will walking
So I
help?
will be,
Yeah.
I will be very blunt. Don't take me wrong. But, this pranayam meditation, I'm not very for it. Everybody will say that, you are stressed, go and do meditation. No, it doesn't help,
Okay.
because your sleep disturbance, the root is somewhere else. Till the time you resolve the root, you will always require sleeping pills. So better you face that. What is it that's bothering you? What is it that is troubling? Is it the indiscipline, or is it something, or somebody else is bothering, or it is some past thoughts which is kind of running behind you? You need to resolve that first, then you do meditation. Meditation is for happy days, not for unhappy days.
Okay, good one. Thank you so much. All right. Uh, I think there are a few more questions coming in for you.
Yeah, there are a few more questions. Ms. Suman Shubha is asking how to cater to students not joining the online class due to problems like unavailability of the devices and network issues. How can
Very,
we help ourselves from guilt?
yeah,
Oh,
very
yeah.
simple.
That's a very important question.
Start
Very good
recognition.
question.
Yeah. So, see, I also have a similar kind of a child at home who doesn't want to join any of the lectures. So, because they are in a permanent holiday mood, and who wants not to enjoy? So, the best thing is, as a session planning, do rewards and recognition program for the entire class, and make sure the ones who are not joining put extra emphasis on them in recognizing them, that he's the best, he's the, the best student, and give him more responsibilities. If the first, second, third lecture he will miss, fourth he will definitely come. Give him more importance. Simple.
That's a very good advice. I'm sure Shubha ma'am is going to be taking that advice, and I'm sure all the children in her class are going to be attending. So, any other questions? Ma'am, I have a one question actually.
Yes, Rajnish, tell
In
me.
my class, there are some children. Of course, due to pandemic, there is isolation happening amongst the children as well as the teachers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, as a teacher, how can you help children who seem to be isolated, because their moods do affect our moods as well, like when you see a child
Mm-hmm.
who is being isolated, a child who is under depression, it does affect our teaching mood as well. So how can we help such children?
So, talk to the child in the evening, call the child up, speak to the child, start establishing some rapport. Maybe in a week, call the child twice, thrice, and do not talk about studies. Just talk to the child about what he or she is doing in the house, what is happening in the school, what friend will do, you will see the difference yourself.
I'm sure I'm going to try that in my class because I do have some children in my class who are facing this. Thank you so much, ma'am. और किसी का कोई सवाल है? हिंदी में भी पूछ सकते हैं आप लोग. Dr. Nayan?
Yeah, hi. So, yeah, thank you, Pinky ji, so much. Lot of insight from you. A wonderful session. Thanks for doing this webinar for all the teachers. And जितना शुक्रिया आपको करम कम पड़ेगा. Thank you so much.
I
And
think
thank
there's
you.
so sorry to disturb you. There's one question which just popped up.
Yeah.
Rajnish, can you just check that?
I will just read it out. This question has been asked by Miss Madhavi. How to overcome discipline in home, not attending some sessions, but attending some sessions happily.
Indiscipline, I think it was indiscipline at home, right?
Indiscipline in home. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, okay. See, understand the fact that look at the problem, look at the table from your side. It is like the half glass empty and half glass full kind of a concept. The troubled you are, the child is also similarly troubled more. It is more for them. For us, we are 30 plus, 40 plus, 50 plus, whatever. We have reached an age when we can understand that this is a problem. Children can never be vocal about their problem. So they will show various behaviors like, not attending class, being naughty at home or disturbing somebody. But this means that they are disturbed from some other angle. So try and analyze, talk to the child, what is the issue, like a friend, talk to the child and understand. Give him that bandwidth, that let him not attend class for 1 month. Give him that bandwidth. Nothing is going to, the world is not going to fall. So, and then you see his reaction. If you give him that platform that, I am there with him, with you, we are walking shoulder to shoulder. If this kind of a environment comes a child, he or she will definitely speak out, and the interest in the sessions where he's not getting interest at all, he will know that, see, all the time we cannot have happy things in life. Certain things we have to do by rules. So like if you tell me, do you like attending this webinar? I'll say, no, I would like to go and sleep now. But, somewhere my duty is there to do this. So similarly, attending class is also a duty, if you like it or not like. So the child has to be prepared for it. So my answer is that you should understand the child, walk shoulder to shoulder, give him that bandwidth, let him be absent. Nothing is going to go wrong. And then, the problem gets resolved on its own.
Wonderful. I am sure Miss Madhavi has understood. There's another question from Miss Lakshmi. Ma'am, oral sessions, especially in lower classes, become very difficult and noisy. How to resolve that? Yes, they do. Please answer this, ma'am.
Okay. So see, when we are talking about which age, if it is kindergarten, nursery, KG, I absolutely understand. It's a task. So large number is a no completely for this section. You have to have small batch size, 5, 6, 7, and you have to go for a drawing methodology, rhyme methodology, song methodology, because they don't understand normal oral instructions. It is very normal. 5, 6 years में हमको भी कौन सा समझ में आता था, if you see. So empathize that and make yourself more interesting as far as possible. Use all this concept. See, children pick up Hindi movie songs a lot. So you can associate those with your learning lectures. So your work is done and children are also happy.
Okay, Lakshmi ma'am is saying it's for class 6. It's not KG.
6. Okay. If class 6, yes, oral lessons. See, if you,
so she's teaching class 6. So how do you manage 6th graders?
Yeah. So 6th graders, it is that juncture we are going from that lower section to the higher section. So that temperament change is happening. And half of the children are developmentally delayed mentally, I would say. Mostly boys are always behind. So this is a challenge, I do agree. But nonetheless, you have to make it more active. Don't go for oral lectures. Go for activity-based learning. If you ask me, I'll give you an example. Say, for example, any history lesson. So instead of giving a lecture on that history lesson, break the whole lesson into 10 or 15 areas and ask each child to read that part and come up and make a chart or a drawing or whatever, a skit or something. That way, the oral lecture is avoided. Learning also happens.
Wonderful. Dr. Nayan, do we have a time for one more question?
Yeah.
Okay, so this question has been asked by Miss Deepa, who is, I think, teaching the college level students. She says, how can we handle the issues of college students bullying each other during the online sessions?
Oh yes, so important.
Yeah, so this has to be penalized, because see, here no more of love, affection, and empathy. College students are adult students, so they need to be penalized. If they are not allowing the sessions to run, they need to be removed and not allowed for the class, at least for a good amount of time. No notes to be shared. I'm being a little hard, but there's no way out, because bullying is something which is not to be tolerated at all.
Absolutely, I agree with that. Any other questions? Yes, over to you, Dr. Nayan.
Thank you, Pinky ma'am, so much insight from your sessions. And I need to also thank Rajnishi, you, for moderating this entire session so nicely. Thank you so much. Alok, thank you for introducing us to Pinky ji and Rajnish and helping us conducting this lovely webinar. Alok, thank you so much. We also need to thank Bharati Vidyapeeth, who have been supporting partner to this webinar, and they've been always, wanting to do something so much for teacher, and they readily agreed to be a supporting partner here. So thank you so much. We need to thank Teacher Talk. Now, Teacher Talk is something which all of you, I need to tell you, please download this app. This is an app meant for teachers. So you'll find a lot of other teachers, and as you start connecting, you can connect with other teachers. You can do a lot of activities there, and we intend to, as a Teacher Talk and as HRW Foundation, we intend to bring a lot of activities, a lot of information sharing, and much more. A lot of events we want to do with teachers, and this app is going to help us to communicate with you. And of course, you can keep communicating with our teachers, meet other teachers, keep yourself informed, share information, get connected. So this app has just started and it is evolving, and we intend to add a lot of more features to the app, but definitely please download. I have posted the link again. Let me put it again once again, just for all of you who have missed the link. So this is available on Android app right now on Google Play Store. Download the app and we look forward to see you there. Finally, I need to thank SRD Foundation and Mr. Ramchandra Dalvi for thinking about teachers and doing a lot of. I know we call him Abba, by the way, and I know him for almost like 10-15 years. Very big-hearted guy, and teachers are very close to his heart. He always says that teachers should get the same respect as any other professionals are getting. Like हम कोई सर्कल में जाते हैं, कोई बोलते हैं डॉक्टर है या चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट है, तो एक अलग ही अपना देखने का नजरिया बदल जाता है. लेकिन अगर कोई टीचर बोले तो टीचर को वो सम्मान या वो जो रिस्पेक्ट है वो नहीं मिलता जो एक शायद दूसरे प्रोफेशंस को मिलता है. तो इनका रामचंद्र दड़वी का यही है कि भाई हमको बहुत कुछ करना है टीचर्स के लिए, और एसआरडी फाउंडेशन की स्थापना उसी लिए हुई थी, और इस एसआरडी फाउंडेशन और टीचर टॉक के माध्यम के द्वारा हम चाहते हैं कि हम हजारों में टीचर को इकट्ठा करके उनके लिए कुछ काम करें और हम मिलके काम करें. तो प्लीज डाउनलोड द ऐप एंड थैंक यू. Abba, do you want to say any parting before we leave?
I just want to say thanks to all my respected teachers for joining this webinar. And hence, like Dr. Nayan has told, we will be doing a lot more activities for our respected dear teachers. Thank you.
Yeah, so all teachers, salute to all of you. I am also a teacher and I understand, and I really am happy to see all so many teachers here together, and we look forward to interacting with you soon again. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Thank you, Pinky ji. Thank you, Alok. I forgot to thank Abhishek. I think he's not there, but Abhishek, he did a wonderful job of reaching out to all the teachers, coordination, and helping us in, basically reaching out to teachers. Thank you, Abhishek. So we'll end the session here.
Thank you, Dr.